You know, the Bible declares that money answers all things. The truth of the matter is, a lot of us, especially as entrepreneurs, the problem is we have too many questions that we don't have answers for. That's why I'm excited to introduce this speaker for this particular session here in our Entrepreneurs Track, because she is someone that can tell us how to get to those answers. Miss Kendra Hill is coming now to teach us how to make our first million. Let's go into the session already in progress, and we'll see you later.
What is up, you guys? I am Kendra Hill, founder and consultant at Kendra Scale My Business. So I've been an entrepreneur for over 10 years. It'll actually be 11 years in January. Crazy. Before starting my own businesses, I worked for the U.S. House of Representatives. I worked at the United Negro College Fund. I worked for Google, and I worked for the San Antonio Spurs. I have produced television for some of your favorite celebrities and preachers. But I'm here today because I made $4 million in 19 months. And most important, I did it God's way, period. For me, there's no other way. So I'm going to get all of the me talk out the way. I'm just giving y'all my credentials so you don't question who I am. But that's why I'm here. I'm going to give you 3 steps today that will help you hit your first $1 million. Now, we're going to assume that you understand that the real first step is getting your mind right. You have to decide that you want to be a millionaire. There's no way around that. Deciding that does not mean I'm gonna go out and buy a new Chanel bag. I'm buying a Rolex. It also doesn't mean I'm only eating ramen noodles. What it really means is that you are going to pay attention to how you spend. You're going to pay attention to things that you create for your business. You're going to pay attention to how things are moving in and out. You're going to actually pay attention to the numbers. No one likes to talk about the numbers, but the fact of the matter is you cannot be a millionaire without the numbers. Now again, yes, I do actually have an MBA from Howard University. So I do have an MBA and I do have all this experience, but I promise you, all of this is God's blueprint. I prayed, I asked, I actually got a prophetic word December 2019 from one of my mentees, and she said, God told me you're going to be a millionaire next year. And I was like, that's cute. Don't know how. Not sure what's going to happen. I've been in business for a very long time. I've made a lot of money, but not necessarily like I'm a millionaire, you know? And January 5th, 2020, God was like, you're going to Canada. I'm about to hook you up. You're about to have all the clients. You're going back into consulting, and we're about to get this done. I just leaned in. And I trusted and I believed. So as we go through this today, I want you to lean in and I want you to trust and I want you to believe. Let's get into it. The first step is you have to prepare your business to scale. You have to prepare your business to scale. Now, scaling is a buzzword. I hate that everybody and their mom is using it right now because it's actually in my business's title. I hate it. But people don't really understand the difference between scaling and growth. Growth can be like, you know, we're going along the way, we're growing. Scaling is taking something you already have and then enlarging it to scale, right? So it's taking something you already have and enlarging it to scale. So if your business is a mess and you scale, now you got a big mess. If your business is settled, established, there's a good foundation, everything is moving in the right direction, then all you're doing is actually magnifying success. People will debate that you don't have to prepare to scale. I saw somebody online, I'm trying not to be this girl today, but I saw somebody online say, all you have to do to scale is make $7,000 a month and be ready to hire marketing people and be ready. And it's like, no. None of that is even relevant. You could make $7,000 a month and spend $6,999. You're not ready to scale. Hiring a marketing team has nothing to do. By the way, the person is a marketer, so they were trying to, they're trying to get people on their team. No. There are 3 things you must do in order to scale your business. The first one is develop standard operating procedures or SOPs. Now, a lot of solopreneurs run from that because they're like, why do I need this? It's just me, team of me. It's like the opening of Family Matters, and I'm the marketer, I'm the graphic designer, I'm also the head of PR. I get that. But you still need it. So standard operating procedures, or SOPs, if you've ever worked a corporate job, you probably had them. When you got on board somebody gave you a notebook and said, here's how we do everything. Have fun. SOPs are necessary even as a solopreneur because the first thing is they help you save money. When you're able to do the same thing consistently over time, and this is whether you have a product-based business, whether you have a service-based business, it doesn't matter. When you're able to consistently do the same thing over and over time, you know exactly how much everything costs. You know how long it's going to take. So even if I hired 4 people in this room and I said, okay, all 4 of y'all are going to work for me. This is what y'all are going to do. I know how long it should take you to write a press release. I know how long it should take you to package up merchandise. I know how long it should take you to edit a video. I know how long it should take you to do pitching emails, right? So when I have a good understanding as a business owner of how much time it takes, how much money it takes, how much of my resources are actually being allocated toward this one thing, it's going to help me save money. The next thing it does, it helps you eliminate mistakes. Again, SOPs help you do the same thing over and over every single time. So yes, we are human. Yes, your team will be human. You are a human. But the fact of the matter is, you make mistakes. When you have the format there, and it's like step 1, do this. Step 2, click here. Step 3, blah, blah. Even when you're tired, people ask me all the time, like, Kendra, how many hours a day do you sleep? And I say the answer, and they're like, oh my God, I can never be a millionaire. This is not, it's not because I'm a millionaire, it's because I'm crazy. I only sleep 4 hours a day. Ding! This is a 4-hour-a-day face. I sleep 4 hours a day, and not because I'm like trying to get the money. My body just naturally only wants to sleep for 4 hours. So sometimes I'm exhausted when I'm working, but I open them SOPs, and it's like, oh, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. SOPs also ensure consistency. I know I got some ladies out here that love a good Louis bag. Yes? Yes? Okay. Love a good Louis bag. You order your Louis bag, and it doesn't come with the dust bag. You're in your bag. You're mad. You're in your feelings. You got an attitude. You're going off on the SA at the store. You're calling customer service. You're shooting an email. You're angry. But guess what? People who sell products, solopreneurs, small business owners, do stuff like that all the time on accident. Oh, I forgot to put such and such in the box. Oh man, I was so tired that day. I forgot to use your SOPs. You will maintain consistency. And finally, for SOPs help you prepare for the future. If you are a solopreneur, I know it feels stressful to even think about this right now, but you will have a team. And when you have that team, let me tell you, a lot of corporations pay me to onboard their people and do HR because it's so stressful. So once you have your SOPs, you're able to do that. All right, so that's just SOPs. All right, the next thing is in scaling, you have to consider your profit. Now, I told y'all, old girl said, you gotta make $7,000 a month. No, you need to consistently make 20 to 30% profit in your business for 12 months. 20 to 30% profit in your business for 12 months. Why is this important? The first thing is most business owners aren't making a profit. Most business owners, if we're gonna be real, we're gonna keep it 100, we're gonna keep it a buck, we're gonna be honest. Most business owners are getting those PayPals, those Cash Apps, and they're spending them however they wanna spend them, right? Then you do have some business owners who like got their QuickBooks together, maybe they've hired a bookkeeper, or maybe an accountant or something, and so everything is going pretty smoothly, but they're still not paying themselves. So when you're not paying yourself, little tip, pay yourself as an employee. Don't just take the money and pay other people. Pay yourself as an employee too, put yourself on the payroll. But you can't just pay other people, not pay yourself, and think that you're making a profit. You're not making a profit. A profit is once everyone has been paid and everything has been paid for. We're talking about indirect costs. We're talking about direct costs. Direct costs would be, what is the direct cost to do business? What is the direct cost to create your product? What is the direct cost for your service? But then your indirect costs are things like your rent, your utilities, your cell phone bill, stuff like that. You have to factor both of those things in. You should be factoring them both in to set your pricing. Let's rewind. But you should be factoring all those things in, plus then, once you've paid everybody to get your profit, right? So 20 to 30% profit over the course of 12 months consistently prepares you to scale. The last thing you have to do to prepare to scale is you have to automate everything that you possibly can. The reason I'm able to be here, and I just got off of a flight, is because I have automations. So my onboarding is automated. You can automate your onboarding through an app like Honeybook or Dubsado. My courses are automated through Thinkific. You can also do your courses through Teachable. You can get your funnels through, ClickFunnels. You need to automate every part of your business. That also means, and this is something people hate, you have to automate your emails. Nobody likes to sit still and think in the future about their people and say, okay, well, at Christmas, what am I going to say? Next year for Easter, what am I saying? What am I going to write when I'm ready to have my summer sale? You have to think about those things. And you have to think about that funnel way in advance and automate all of those pieces. A drip campaign, which we all pretty much know what a drip campaign is multiple emails going at different times. A drip campaign can't just be 2 pieces and then you're done. You have to think about the long-term journey that your customer is taking with you. A 10 to 12 email funnel, you're set for life. And I don't even have to be present. I don't have to be at work. I don't have to be in the country. I don't have to be awake. I don't have to be alive. And my business is still going to make money. So that's the first key step that you have to take in order to make your first million. The second key step is you have to diversify your offerings. So most people get into business and they're doing one thing, or they're doing one thing really, really well, right? So I'll use my own business as an example. My very first 7 clients, I think, were all corporations. So I'm going into the corporation, I'm analyzing what they're doing, I'm going through their organizational structure, I'm developing their SOPs, I'm analyzing their numbers, their financials, I'm meeting with HR and developing new processes and new procedures, I'm doing all those things. And then I said, okay, who else is coming to talk to me besides corporations? People were always asking me about YouTube because I have a client who has 10 million subscribers on YouTube. So they're saying, okay, we got this person over here with 10 mil, you got another client over here with 1 million. How can I get on my YouTube game? So I sat back with my team and I said, sounds like it's time for us to make some YouTube money. So I offered YouTube consulting. I diversified my offerings and created YouTube consulting as a new way to make money. It is our #1 seller right now in the business. Because I didn't just do YouTube. I started at YouTube. But I consult on TikTok. I consult on Instagram. I consult on Snapchat. And I have relationships with someone at every single one of those platforms. So I can always come back to my clients and say, this ain't out yet, but let me tell y'all what Snapchat about to do. Snapchat is back, first of all, and they're investing millions of dollars a day in their creators. Their syndication and their ad sales are higher than some of these other platforms. Like, I know all of these things because I've developed those relationships, but it all started with me diversifying my offering. I then realized small business owners are asking me all the questions. It's these faith-based small business owners that are coming to me and saying, okay, you a prophet, you know the Lord, but how you make this money? So I said, you know what? We're going to diversify again. And we're going to create a division that is for small business advisory. Small business advisory started the top of 2021. And it was literally, at first, just courses. I was just selling courses. Let me teach you how to do this. Let me teach you how to do that. Then it became, let me offer you advisory hours. Now we're at $2,000 a day VIP days. So by diversifying my offering, I was able to change my whole bottom line. So here are I'm the 3 steps girl. I admit it, I'm the 3 steps girl. Here are your 3 steps to diversifying your offerings. The first thing is, actually be an expert in what you do. I'm gonna drink some water on that because people don't like to hear that. You have to actually be an expert. You have to actually know how to do the one thing that you're doing. If you're gonna be an underwater basket weaver, baby, you be the best underwater basket weaver that there is. But you have to be an expert at doing it. I could not decide that I was going to start YouTube consulting if my corporate consulting was trash. I had to already have that on lock. I had to know what I was talking about, know what I was offering, be able to solve anybody's problem. I could literally ask anybody online, anybody in the room, anything about your business, and I guarantee you I can solve the problem. So because I knew I could do that, I was able to then foray into YouTube consulting. You have to know that you know your stuff. Because what happens is, let me tell you, these are the secrets. I'm giving y'all all the tea, okay? When I started YouTube consulting, I had to start really relying on my team to do the first stuff in corporate. And some of them were not experts. And it got a little spicy. And so I found myself going back over here and saying, okay, I forgot I was the expert, not y'all. My bad. Y'all know some stuff about you. Go over there. Because my being an expert is the thing that was keeping us afloat. So then, of course, I had to spend time training. Now, I got to teach you the things I know. You may not be an expert because you've had the experience, but you're going to be an expert because I trained you. So you, as a business owner, as a solopreneur, have to be an expert first in what you do. The second thing is you have to do your research. I recently worked with someone. I asked them to make me a product, and they priced themselves so far out of the market. I was offended. If I come to you and I say, I want to buy something from you, and online, everyone is selling it for 10 to 20 cents. You can't sell it to me for $20. It's not fair. It's not right. It's not going to work. And even if I give you my sympathy money, no one else will. So, of course, I tell the person, hey, you kind of priced yourself out the market. They got a little upset, but it was the truth. You have to do your research. If you're going to diversify your offerings, if you're going to start selling something else, you have got to know, first of all, what are people charging? How are they selling it? This is a good place to do a SWOT analysis or a competitive analysis. This is your time to look at these competitors. What are y'all doing? Right and wrong. We get so caught up in trying to learn what's the secret sauce and what makes things right. Learn from the mistakes. Watch someone get up and say something that's wrong so that you can then make a post that's right. Look at how someone is selling something incorrectly or not making something well or of good quality so you can make it right. And the third part here is to make sure that whatever you're offering, you already have a demand for. You're going to get your feelings hurt every single time that you try to create a new product or a new service in your business and no one's ever asked you for it. If I'm in a room with 200 people and not one of those people said, hey, Kendra, have you ever thought about being a stylist? Why am I going to go be a stylist? I might look crazy to y'all right now. Some of y'all think I look fire. Some of y'all might think I look crazy. If no one ever says to me, you dress well, why would I then just decide, you know what, I'm going to go be a stylist? You don't have any clients. You have no customers at all. So when I'm looking at a room of 200 people, consider your Instagram followers, your followers on social media. How many people are following you? And of those people, what percentage of people are encouraging you to do something different? So I started YouTube consulting because everyone was asking me. It made it so easy. So now my business has actually really evolved, and now I do full talent management. That means I'm negotiating brand deals for people. I'm getting people TV shows, getting literary deals done for people. I'm full on like LA, Hollywood managing, right? But it's because there was a demand for it. My clients who were creators, half of them started saying, can you read this contract for me? And I'm like, can I read this contract for you? For a fee, I sure can. I can read the contract for you. Oh, can you pitch me to so-and-so? I sure can for a fee. And I realized, oh man, beyond consulting creators, I can actually be talent managing. I used to work in the entertainment industry. I've been there, done that, produced TV. I'm like, I can do this. So make sure that what you're bringing to the table is already valuable to your audience. Now, The third step, this is a really, really hard step for most people. Most people can follow the steps to scale. Everyone thinks they can do everything, so most people want to diversify their offerings anyway. But the key, the real key to making money is getting aggressive about selling. Nobody wants to sell. I think that a lot of people, I'm telling my age, when we had sleazy car salesmen or people who came to your door to sell you Tupperware or vacuums and stuff like that, I think we have that picture still in our mind. So we've decided, I don't want to be a salesperson. Baby, if you're a solopreneur, you're a salesperson too. You over business development, you're over marketing, you're over social media, you're over all the things. You better figure out how to sell, but I'm going to tell you right now how to get aggressive about selling. The first thing you have to do is you have to tap into the art of persuasion. Persuasion can be hard for people who, one, are not storytellers. Persuasion can also be hard for people who don't like to convince people of things. Not even to buy. If I just want to convince you that, the sky is purple, there are some people who immediately are going to say, nope, the sky's blue, we're done, moot point, next. There are some people who are going to say, actually, let's talk about what purple is. Purple could be violet. There are different hues of purple. In the sky, there is a little bit of lavender. There's a little lilac. Technically, the sky is purple. Sometimes the sky is pink. Sometimes it's orange. And so a person who knows how to persuade isn't just going to say, sky's blue, game over. They're going to say, how can I convince someone else that the sky actually is purple? So persuasion, it's funny I'm using the analogy about the sky being purple, but persuasion is a lot about color psychology. That's the first thing. People out here with these logos that don't make sense for your type of thing, what are we doing here? You have to be mindful of colors. And when you literally go online and Google color psychology. Color psychology, the first three things that come up will tell you what colors men like, what colors women gravitate towards, what colors nobody likes. When we're talking about branding and marketing, no one likes brown. Brown is becoming popular now because melanin is popular, which is crazy that black people as a race are popular, but melanin has become popular. But when you think about a logo, you're not looking for a logo that's brown. It's also difficult to sell logos that are orange to men and women. The most popular colors for color psychology are blue and red. Everybody likes blue and red. There are some brands that have a chokehold on other colors. Like McDonald's got a chokehold on yellow. When you see them golden arches, you know this is McDonald's. Yellow is a McDonald's thing. You also have to think not just about colors when you think about the art of persuasion. You also have to think about numbers. Nobody is going to pay you $100 to do anything. But I can get a room with 10,000 people to pay me $99. There's something about seeing double zeros that is negative. There's something about seeing three numbers that feels like it's a lot of money. But somebody will pay me $99. They'll pay me $97. So you have to think about those things. December 2020, I got online. I made 2 social media posts, and I sold 14 seats for a class that started in January 2021 for $1,000 each. I made $14,000 in 5 days because, one, I made it black and white. The actual design of the graphic was black. I'm wearing black and white today for a reason. Black and white is appealing enough. It's appealing enough to everybody. You get used to seeing black and white. No matter what industry you're in, black and white is acceptable. It's acceptable in the fashion industry. It's acceptable, in business, in web design, in music. No matter what industry you work in, black and white is acceptable. The second thing I did was I made the class $997. It's not $1,000, it's $997. Baby, that's $1,000. It's $3 short. And honestly, if I charged you tax, it'd be over $1,000. So something to be said about being able to persuade a person to believe that it's really not as much money. And it's not, lying or finessing, it's just the facts. When you go in a grocery store, zucchinis be $3.97. That's a $4 zucchini. And the fact of the matter is, it sounds crazy when you think about paying $4 for one zucchini. But $3.97 I can manage. Green beans are $1.97 a pound. If they were $2 a pound, would I buy them? I don't know. I might not buy that. Gas, don't even get me started. If gas is $3.49 a gallon, it is what it is. $3.50? How dare you charge me $3.50 per gallon? So there's something that happens psychologically to humans when we see certain colors, when we see certain numbers. Another way to tap into getting aggressive about selling is to tap into the art of pitching. People are too cool now. Nobody wants to ask for what they want. We see this in dating too. Now, I ain't gonna get into that. It's not my avenue. It's not my lane. But we see that in dating too. People are afraid to ask for what they want. The fact of the matter is, you cannot be afraid to shoot your shot. You have to. And in business, we have it all messed up because these experts online tell you, just let the people come to you. If you build it, they'll come. If they build it, some people will come. If you show up, some people will buy. But are you necessarily tapping into the audience you want? Maybe. Are you getting all the money you really could get? No. So the fact of the matter is, you have to be ready to pitch. I see oftentimes, classes I teach, people I mentor, stuff like that, I'll give them literally a pitch template. I say, this is what I use to close business. Now, thank God, I'm in a place where I don't have to pitch to nobody. Everybody's coming to me. And it's kind of overwhelming. But when you're in the place where you're trying to develop your business, you need all the resources you can get. So I'll give mentees a pitch template. Here's what you say. Here's how you say it. This is what you do. 3, 4, 5 months will pass. Nobody sent an email. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? I'm afraid that they're going to say no. People are going to say no. I say no to people every day. There are literally people every single day that I say no to. People slide in my DMs. Can I work with you to? No. Somebody DM'd me this morning and said, would you like to invest in my business? I haven't said no yet, but I'm about to. No. There's just, people are going to say no. I don't want to get too deep and too spiritual here, but the fact of the matter is, rejection is a part of our walk as faith-based people. Rejection is a part of our walk. Jesus was rejected. We hear this so many times, but it's the truth. We have to accept rejection. And you're going to be rejected not just from the world, but from people in the body too. And it's okay. It's not malicious. It doesn't mean you're not enough. It doesn't mean, I don't know why we're going down this way, but we're going this way. It doesn't mean you're not good enough. It doesn't mean that you're not smart enough. You're not talented enough. It doesn't mean that your business is wrong. It doesn't mean that when you took that leap of faith, you did it wrong, or you misheard God, or people are going to tell you no. People tell me no. I don't love it, because I like to be told yes, as we all do. But I've accepted that. I want to encourage you too to make a list of your dream brands you want to work with, or dream clients that you want to have, or dream people you want wearing your product or having your product or using your service, and shoot your shot. I don't care if your dream person is Angela Bassett. Shoot your shot. I don't care if your dream company is Apple. Apple's not working with anybody, by the way. Just want to let you know. But shoot your shot. Take the shot. You're going to miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? I was working in Canada with a client. I have 5 clients in Toronto. And we were in a car on our way to an event with L'Oreal. So we're in the car, and my client's wearing this brand, this Australian brand that she loves. And she has 1 million subscribers on YouTube. She has a decent enough following. She's like, yeah, I really want to work with them, but I just don't know. I was like, girl, they just DM'd you. DM them back. She was like, I don't know if I can DM them back. And I'm like, She said, puede. Yes, we can. We're DMing them back. She DM'd them back before we even got out of the car at the event. They were responding to her, asking for her address to send her things for her to post. You're going to miss every shot that you don't take. Take the shot. All right, I'm running out of time, so we're going to get into this. Tap into the art of closing. Close the doggone deal. Close the deal. Again, it's this thing about being afraid to sell that makes a person afraid to close. So maybe you use color or number psychology to your advantage. Maybe you are pitching. There are two reasons you're not closing the deal. One, you didn't follow up. Two, you didn't drive any urgency. So, following up. If you're anything like me, sometimes you think you've responded to people, but you responded in your head. I'm really bad about that with texting. So if you've sent me a text message and I haven't responded, I probably responded in my head. I'm not the kind of person who ignores people. I try to respond to people timely, quickly. That's the other thing. It's a little millionaire secret. Respond to people in a timely manner. Don't ignore them. Don't think that you're bigger or better or more than. Respond to everybody. I don't care if it's your niece, your nephew, your mama, your uncle, a custodian. Respond. But sometimes I respond in my head, and I didn't actually make the response. Or sometimes people's emails go to my spam, or I was just really crazy busy and I wasn't able to get to an email. This is what's happening to the people that you're pitching. Your prospects are busy people. They've either responded in their head, or they didn't get your email because it went into spam, or they thought they responded and it's sitting in their drafts. So most people don't close business because they just won't follow up. Follow up. I normally give it 1 to 2 weeks after my initial email, or my initial, stop pitching in DMs, my initial email. Okay. I might DM a person and say, can I have your email address if it's not on their profile? But don't send a whole cold pitch in someone's DMs. But after about 1 to 2 weeks, hey, just following up, wanted to see if you had a moment to review my email down below. I'd love to speak with you, looking forward to hearing from you. That's it. If they don't say anything in, another week, another 2 weeks. I don't want to be a nuisance. So if you're not interested, just let me know. I really want to connect with you. I think that we can do X, Y, Z together. I think that blah, blah, blah really makes sense for us. Want to hear from you. After 3 times, if they don't, I normally chill. That's one reason why people don't close deals. The main reason people don't close deals on Instagram and on social media is because they don't drive urgency. Urgency is either the time, the cost, or the quantity. It's either this week only, for the next 24 hours. In 12 hours it ends. That's a time thing. The cost could be this week only, $97. Next week, $100. I mean, literally, it could be that. Quantity could be only 4 seats remain. And so a lot of times people get nervous about asking for the sale, right? You're doing the things to entice them, but you're scared to ask for the sale. But then you're scared to follow up. But then you're scared to tell them, this your last chance. The fact of the matter is, if you pitch to 10 people, or you're trying to sell 100 tickets, and 35 people pass it by, it's okay, there are other people. And that's what you always have to remember. There are other people. There's always money. It's never going to run out. Now, I do have a little bonus point about selling, because y'all my YLC fam. Up your visuals. Some of y'all ain't selling stuff because y'all pictures are blurry. Okay, I'm in timeout. Some of y'all don't sell anything because your videos are grainy. Some of y'all don't sell anything because you really don't know how to work Canva, but because everyone tells you can use Canva, you do. Some of you aren't selling anything because you're not showing anything that's interesting to look at. So what I've been doing recently, I've been upping my visuals. I'm only taking professional photos. I'm going to be fine and fire in every single one. I practice my posing always. It's a picture. I practice my posing all the time. But now, here's the real secret sauce. And if you're here at the conference, then look at you. because this is actually something I'm selling to other people. Shoot creative editorial photo shoots. We got people out here eating rotisserie chickens and they're selling things because they took a photo shoot eating chicken. We got people out here dressing up like they work at McDonald's when Saweetie had her McDonald's meal. It's really about upping your visuals. So I just recently did a photo shoot a couple weeks ago. And in that photo shoot, I'm giving you lady of the house, grand greatness at a plantation mansion. I'm giving you, eating my diamonds for breakfast. That's what I'm giving you. Because I want you to understand that I do this. And not only can I really teach you something on the back end, but I'm gonna entice you enough to make the purchase. So that was a lot. If you want a real bonus, here's a real bonus. In diversifying your offerings, tap into your passive income streams. Heavy. People say you need 7 streams of income to be a millionaire. If so, all 7 of my streams were in my one business. I got courses, I got ebooks, I got this, that, and the third, I got programs, all types of things. So tapping into passive income. Passive income is literally you making money in your sleep. It's biblical. Go read about Abraham and the spotted, speckled animals that he had to take from Laban. It's biblical. He got that dream in his sleep. God told him how to make money in his sleep. We're going to get this money the right way in our sleep, right? So that could be a course. That could be an ebook. That could be a membership. That could be a whole bunch of different things. Making money in your sleep actually enables you to live your best life and still make money. I was out of town, making money. People were buying my $1 million blueprint, making money. People are hitting me up for VIP days, making money. Like, people are buying replays of courses, making money. It's just a constant cycle of making money. So I literally, and I don't mean this in the new age way, but I do attract wealth. I attract money. I attract money when I'm awake. I attract money when I'm asleep. I could walk out here right now and somebody gonna try to give me a check. I was getting ready to come back to Atlanta, and my property emails me and says, hey, we have a check in the office for you for $1,750. And I was like, for what? She's like, I don't know, but we do have this check for you if you want to come get. Okay, thank you. Like, while I'm making my passive income in my business, God is also just filtering things to me. So, if you want to tap into passive income streams, if you want to learn how to really make money in your sleep, I developed something literally just for y'all. Like, I was up for nights, developing something just for you. It is called the $1 Million Magnet. It is a free, absolutely free. And I don't give out free ebooks that's like 2 pages and it's cute and it's no information. No. They're thick, honey. They're thick. So it's a free ebook all about the different kind of passive income streams you can develop, and also actually the process of developing them. I ask you a lot of those probing questions that'll get you to that place. So if you want the $1 Million Magnet for free, if you want to learn how to make passive income for free, you're going to text millions to the number on the screen. You don't even have to go open another tab and go to www.nah, baby. We ain't doing that no more. Just go ahead and text the word millions to the number on the screen, and that free, amazing ebook can be yours. So I hope this was helpful. I hope that you learned something. I hope that I was able to help you tap on in. You can also connect with me on Instagram at instagram.com/IamKendraYHill. So I am KENDRAY Hill. And I am DM friendly. And don't come pitching, because I'm going to tell you no. Don't you pitch in my DMs, because I'm going to tell you no. But you can definitely DM me. Ask me questions. I love to answer questions, and I love to engage. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you are ready to make your first $1 million too.